Sometimes you have to use your muscles while you're learning to use your mind. This part-time gardener is a full-time college student. When you support the United Negro College Fund, you help keep his tuition down, so that with his part-time job, he can continue his education and make his own contribution to society.
Hey, do a good job on that exam. You hear?
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
I'm John Pruitt. I've been covering elections in Georgia for the past 18 years, and I'll be here Tuesday with this year's latest results.
I'm Mary Rose. This year's primary promises to be an exciting race, and I'll be here to keep you up to date.
And I'm Dave Michaels. Join us Tuesday at 9 for the latest returns on 11 Alive.
Kodak has a film that catches the action, even when it's too fast for the eye to see.
Get it, hold it, don't let the thrills pass you by. Catch it, keep it. Kodak has a film that's quicker than the eye.
Even what's a blur to the eye can be stopped with Kodak's 400-speed films, the fastest 35mm films from Kodak.
I got a new deep dish pan pizza at the Pizza Inn. In my mama's kitchen, it all begin.
That's my boy makes deep dish pan pizza like I teach him. Serve it up.
Ah, deep dish pan pizza, such beautiful crust, cheese sauce, and the rest is filled with the toppings that you like a bag.
Raising a barn is really rewarding work, but it sure makes me thirsty. So I head straight for this, new improved Nest Tea. Nest Tea's as natural as all outdoors. Because now Nest Tea slow brews its tea just like the sun does, for clear, fresh brewed taste and color. If you're looking for natural, sunny tasting iced tea, oh, you just found it. New slow brewed Nest Tea. There's nothing like it under the sun.
Happy anniversary, darling, as you go so far away. We were meant to be together this special day. So I'm giving you this hallmark, and I hope that you will see what I'm really giving you is a part of me.
This anniversary, give a little of yourself. Give a Hallmark card.
Wow, nacho cheese and a cracker.
Nabisco nacho and corn thins. The new nacho cracker for the mucho munchin' snacker. Nabisco nacho and corn thins.
Mmm, delicious nacho cheese, freshly baked into a thin and crisp snack cracker by Nabisco.
The new nacho cracker for the mucho munchin' snacker.
Nacho and corn thins, the new snack cracker from Nabisco.
All this noise. Where's my Tylenol?
Take 3.
3 tablets?
No, Anacin 3. It's 100% aspirin-free.
I didn't know Anacin 3 was aspirin-free. I've got a choice.
Right. Like Tylenol, Anacin 3 is 100% aspirin-free and contains the most effective aspirin-free pain reliever you can buy.
How do you feel now?
My headache is gone, thanks to Anacin 3.
Maximum strength Anacin 3, 100% aspirin-free, tablets or capsules.
NBC Sunday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
They were the silent lovers, Garbo and Gilbert. On the screen, America's most envied couple. Off the screen, their affair shocked the world. The Silent Lovers, Monday.
Coming up tonight on 11 Alive News, Georgia's gubernatorial candidates square off in a debate. We'll have highlights. The 9th ceasefire in Lebanon comes after a massive Israeli air attack. And a look at the last tour of the Doobie Brothers.
And if you're tired of rain and all the humidity, I have some good news as drier air moves in for most of the week.
And in sports tonight, we'll cover the Braves, the Falcons, golf, and the Talladega 500.
All that and more tonight at 11 o'clock.
This great moment in Falcon history is brought to you by Old English 800.
Originally drafted on the 9th round by Green Bay 3 years earlier, Dave Hampton becomes a Falcon in 1972. In his first year with Atlanta, Hampton sets a club record, rushing for 995 yards.
It's prowling about.
It's gonna get you.
So you better watch out.
Old English 800.
It's gonna get you.
Old English 800.
Here it comes. You can't escape. Watch out. Get back. It's gonna get you.
Old English 800.
Beware.
Hello, I'm Melissa Gilbert. If you have a drug problem and want help, call the 24-hour 11 Alive drug hotline number now. Call 681-1111.
Drier air means clearing skies. We'll have the full forecast tonight at 11.
Computer Side continues starring Susan George, Donald Pleasance, and David Huddleston.
If I was the mother of a teenager, I'd tell her to buy Playtex tampons. You know why? Playtex is a comfortable tampon, and it has a plastic applicator instead of cardboard. I think that's important. That unique double-layer design, only Playtex has that. And no other tampon, not one of them, can beat Playtex as the tampon protection. That's good to know. My daughter, my advice. Playtex tampons or Playtex deodorant tampons?
Enter the Playtex 50th anniversary game. See displays at participating stores.
Every morning, I use Listerine Antiseptic. For me. In the morning, your mouth has millions more bad breath germs than the night before. Listerine kills the germs that can cause morning breath, and it works for hours. At night, I use it a second time for Robert. Listerine's strong. It keeps my breath clean a good long time. Listerine, one time for me.
A second time for me.
Listerine, twice a day.
Once for me.
A second time for someone else.
Introducing new, improved One-A-Day Plus Minerals, the vitamin and mineral formula that's more complete than any leading brand. 24 vitamins and minerals give new One-A-Day Plus Minerals 8 more nutrients than Theragram M, 7 more than Myadec, and 3 more than Centrum. If you want a more complete supplement, you want this. New, improved One-A-Day Plus Minerals from Miles Laboratories. More complete than any leading brand.
Tom Morton is lying. Look, I can't make it into the office today. I have an awful toothache. I can't tell him I have hemorrhoids.
Honey, try Tronolane.
Instead of Preparation H.
Tronolane works better.
Tronolane does work better. It not only reduces swelling, it relieves pain better, itching better, with a hospital-used medicine Preparation H just doesn't have.
Looks like I'll be coming to work after all. My toothache's better.
Switch to the better relief of Tronolane in Kramer suppositories.
We're NBC, just watch us now. We're comedy, watch us now. Action, watch us now. Movies, specials, day or night, just watch us now. We're NBC, just watch us. NBC, you love us. NBC, just watch us now. We're NBC, just watch us now.
Kids will try anything.
Kids are kids. Kids are kids, it's true. Kids will do things only kids will do. And moms are moms. They know what's fun for kids.
Wish we had Kool-Aid! Kool-Aid gives kids fruity flavors and vitamin C. Besides, soda's about twice the price.
Thanks, Mom. You're awesome.
Moms know Kool-Aid is the one for kids.
Kool-Aid brand soft drink mix. Today's ideal family driving machine is Dodge Aries K. It's America's lowest priced, highest mileage, 6-passenger front-wheel drive car. Aries has driving machine performance with rack and pinion steering and McPherson struts. And now only Dodge has a 5-year or 50,000-mile plan for engine and powertrain protection, out-of-body rust-through protection, and free scheduled maintenance. Dodge Aries K, America's family driving machine.
This summer, 7 million people a day will reach for the freedom of 7-Eleven.
You're gonna like the freedom. You're gonna like the freedom.
Round the clock all summer long, we give you the freedom to get just what you want, just when you want it.
At your 7-Eleven, freedom's waiting for you.
We asked people what they think of Carefree Sugarless Gum's new taste.
New taste? Great. Still sugarless? No way.
Isn't Carefree's improved taste terrific?
Mm-hmm.
And it's still sugarless.
Tastes too good to be sugarless.
Isn't that improved taste great?
Great new taste. But if Carefree is still sugarless, I'll miss Universe.
When we say Carefree's improved, it's improved. And when we say it's sugarless, it's sugarless.
Can I try a stick?
Tomorrow night on Little House, Hester Sue's touching reunion could end in heartbreak. Then don't miss The Silent Lovers, the story of Hollywood's greatest lovers, Garbo and Gilbert. Tuesday, it's a primetime sports special as NBC Sports presents the Montreal Expos against the Phillies, or the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Cincinnati Reds on NBC Sports Tuesday. Check local listings for the game in your area.
Tomorrow night, Greta Garbo's rise to stardom and her love affair with the scandalous John Gilbert. Moviola, The Silent Lovers.
The race for governor moves into the home stretch with the TV debate hitting the issues. Massive destruction in Beirut today, but the guns are silent now. And a top rock and roll band is fading into history.
And the Hammer nailed down a big one today. The Braves got hammered, and all Falcons report but 3.
And if you're tired of rainy and mildewy weather, I have some good news for you.
Oh, the things you learn at family reunions.
What's that, cousin?
Oh, well, you use Velveeta. Oh, I know. But that's what our moms used. Don't you cook with natural cheeses?
Well, what do you think goes into Velveeta?
Velveeta is more than one cheese. It's cheddar and other natural cheeses, milk and other wholesome ingredients blended in a special process. So it melts smoother, cooks easier than any chunk cheese alone.
You really know your cheeses.
When you know about Velveeta, you know about cheeses, naturally.
What's more natural than natural light?
When the feast runs deep, fresh and flavorful, what's more natural than Natural Light beer? Ah, Natural Light from Anheuser-Busch, the beer with a taste for food. Just naturally right with all those good things from the sea you love to eat. So when you've really put something into a meal...
What's more natural than Natural Light?
I'll have the personal pan pizza, please, and I don't have a lot of time for lunch.
New personal pan pizza from your Pizza Hut restaurant. Ready in 5 minutes or you get one free next time you come in for lunch.
I'd like a personal pan pizza, and I'm in a bit of a hurry.
New personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut, starting at $1.59. And ready in 5 minutes or your next one's free. We guarantee it.
11 Alive, Atlanta, Georgia, an equal opportunity employer.
11 Alive News.
Good evening. For the first and only time during the campaign, the candidates for governor appeared in a televised debate.
Scott, tonight's forum was sponsored by the Georgia League of Women Voters and the Atlanta Press Club. 11 of the 12 gubernatorial candidates showed up. The 90-minute forum was restrained and issue-oriented, but there were moments of conflict. Norman Underwood attacked Bo Ginn for promising too much to teachers.
It takes over $9 million to give a 1% increase in salary. And what Congressman Ginn just said is that I can do everything I've promised with $28 million. Now, I don't think that's what he told the GAE, and I think we've got to square that with what he told the GAE.
I'm confident it can be done, and when I'm elected governor, it is going to be done, so we will not continue to lose teachers from the classroom in Georgia.
And Joe Frank Harris took some shots for his pledge not to raise taxes.
For someone to say, under no circumstance, no matter what happens, will I address and confront these difficult taxation issues and go for fairness, go for reform, go for revision, I think that's irresponsible.
And I feel like that if anyone has the ability to operate state government during the next 4 years without a tax increase, Joe Frank Harris does.
I'm the only candidate who has firmly come forward with a plan that will solve some of the problems that we have in this state.
Billy Levitt vowed to continue fighting utility rate hikes.
One of the greatest dangers to our economy is to allow large monopolies just to go completely berserk and to increase rates to the levels that they want to increase them. It has a very dangerous impact on our economy.
Republicans Bell and Blackburn ignored each other, but not their pet issues. For Bell, a statewide grand jury.
I'm confident that if that bill were passed in the way it is, or somebody wants to improve it, but just to kill it because they don't want these investigations to take place is not going to help us address the problems of crime and corruption and drug trafficking in our state.
For Blackburn, no taxes and no teacher pay raise.
That the solution to the educational problem is not just to pay teachers more money. The solution is we've got to get more discipline back into the classroom. We've got to give the classroom teacher more authority to impose discipline. We're losing a lot of our school teachers because they just don't like the environment they have to teach in. We've got to change that environment if we're going to get our school system back on track.
The last full week of campaigning lies ahead. The primary is August 10th.
John, candidates Ginn and Lovett each picked up an important endorsement today. Lovett won the support of the Atlanta Baptist Ministers Union. It represents more than 300 black churches. And Ginn now has 3 more newspapers behind him, those in Augusta, Rome, and Albany. State leaders are expecting reapportionment news from the U.S. Supreme Court tomorrow, and they're hoping it's in their favor. On Friday, notices went out of the governor's office warning lawmakers they may have to be called into special session on Tuesday. A federal court has ruled the remap in Districts 4 and 5 discriminates against black voters. The state has asked the High Court to stay that order. If the request is denied, the lines would have to be redrawn.
The Justice Department has issued 2 rather predictable reports on juvenile crime. They say the best way to fight the problem is to provide a healthy environment, that the real culprits are unemployment and discrimination. The studies also call juvenile crime a vicious circle because young people often are not punished. It turns out the man shot and killed by Charlotte, North Carolina police on Friday night was from Atlanta. Lawmen there say 40-year-old Huey Alfred Thomas was shot when he tried to hold up a grocery store. Police say Thomas pulled a gun on an off-duty officer who was working as a security guard. Thomas was a suspect in at least 4 grocery store robberies in Georgia and Alabama.
Another ceasefire has quieted the guns in Lebanon, ending the worst day of fighting yet. The bombardment began early by air, sea, and ground as the Israelis unleashed a massive attack on Beirut. It was the most devastating since the city was sealed off in June. At day's end, another U.S. negotiated ceasefire took effect. Earlier, the UN Security Council passed a resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire throughout Lebanon. President Reagan returned from Camp David this afternoon, saying he has lost patience with the crisis. He says the negotiations are very delicate right now, and it's imperative that neither side violate the ceasefire.
A major typhoon is blasting the Orient tonight, and our weather's looking better. Steve has the forecast for the week ahead coming up next.